In less than 2 weeks, all child advocacy centers in Wisconsin stand to lose tens of thousands of dollars in funding. If the state budget isn't finalized by the end of June, those centers could be left in limbo. News Channel 7's Adam Mueller went to the center in WSAW to learn more. Adam, how much funding do they say they need to continue?
Dale, for the past 2 years, these advocacy centers have been operating on $97,000 a year from the state, thanks to a 2023 act. But if the state budget isn't finalized by the end of June, they'll revert to just $17,000 yearly, and that's a rate they say is not sustainable. The Child Advocacy Center in Wausau offers resources for children and families to heal from abuse.
When it does happen and they do end up at the CAC, I just want them to know that there is a place that will support them.
Their main offering is forensic interviews with children to help investigators, so that children won't have to repeat themselves.
We don't want to get to that point where we're having to force kids to retell that very difficult, traumatic story multiple times.
It's important because we have all the supports that they need here, and then they can really move forward.
For the past 2 years, centers like these from across the state have been operating on a special allocation from the 2023 Wisconsin Act 241.
Which increased our total annual allotment from $17,000 to $97,000, but that fund will expire at the end of June. And without increased state funding, we will revert back to the $17,000.
Ann LaChapelle is the Child and Family Services Manager at the Wausau Center. She says they used to receive federal funding through the Victims of Crime Act, but that's all but dried up.
We are currently the lowest funded state in all of the Midwest.
She says if they don't get guaranteed funding in the state budget,
we may have to look at cutting staffing at the rate we are staffed now.
She also says that the increased funding isn't to expand their services, it's just to maintain their operations as they are now.
Would hate to see us regress and go back to a point in time pre-CACs where children are potentially being interviewed once by law enforcement and then maybe having to be re-interviewed by Child Protective Services, and then maybe the district attorney gets involved.
The Child and Family Services Manager also told me that they do receive private donations, but that's not enough to make up for any loss in government funding. Legislation to improve funding was introduced by lawmakers, including Representative Patrick Snyder from District 85, and has bipartisan support. Dale?